Well, good Thursday evening to you. I am First Alert meteorologist David Ernst here with a weather update. We are going to see active weather continuing across the region heading into the weekend. There is the potential for severe storms both Friday and Saturday. Better odds for that on Saturday versus Friday, but both rounds, or both days I should say, will feature several rounds of rain and storms, and locally heavy rainfall could certainly be expected. Beneath my video here, we've got the QR code for our First Alert weather app, so if you are watching this on our news app, please feel free to download the weather app. And if you are on a desktop computer, you can take out your smartphone and scan the QR code there on the screen, and it will take you to the splash page where you can download the free WBAY First Alert weather app. Of course, you can get live video just like this in the weather app if we get into active situations where we have numerous warnings on there. We can stream our live video right to the app. You can get custom video updates straight from the First Alert weather team. And of course, any watches, warnings that are issued, those can automatically be pushed to your phone as well. And you can find me on Facebook if that's where you're watching us. Nice to see you on here. You can find me. I am at David Ernst, WBAY meteorologist, and you can ask me questions there, and I'll post graphics to that page as well and give you an insight into my thinking as to how things will unfold. Melissa, nice to see you on here. It is starting to look like Saturday will be most of the day type of rain. It may not necessarily be raining from sunrise to sunset or something like that, but we likely do see a couple different rounds of rain and storms on Saturday. It's looking like the morning would feature mostly a soaking rain with some embedded thunder, and then into the afternoon, evening is when we would be watching for stronger thunderstorms. Bruce, nice to see you on here from Appleton as well. So let's go ahead and get into the forecast. I suppose we'll start out simply with current conditions. And taking a look right now, First Alert Viper Max, fairly quiet. Wausau up towards the Anago area, a few light showers. We did have a little bit of rain tracking from Wapaka into Shawano County. Even had a few sprinkles at my place on the northeast side of, or northwest side of Green Bay, I should say, on my dinner break. Take a wide view here. In fact, I might even zoom the map out just a little bit. You'll notice some very active weather across parts of South Dakota and Nebraska in particular. That's going to be the energy that eventually finds its way into northeastern Wisconsin, and we will be again watching for strong to severe storms. Now, tomorrow, the severe weather risk seems to be highest off to our west, southwestern Wisconsin, and then trailing farther back to the west, closer to where those storms are right now. You know, we could see some isolated warnings here on Friday, but I suspect most of what we're dealing with on Friday would be thunderstorms with very heavy rainfall, maybe some wind gusts, 35 to 45 miles per hour, something along the lines there. I wouldn't rule out an isolated severe warning, but I would say that Saturday does look a little more pronounced, a little bit better setup, if you will, for those stronger thunderstorms. Let me see if I can find my Day 3 Storm Prediction Center graphic here, and we'll zoom in and take you through the Saturday forecast and then go with First Alert Pinpoint Predictor and kind of show you where things stand right now regarding both tomorrow and Saturday. So Saturday, you'll notice that slight risk, the yellow, it's a level 2 out of 5, is firmly into Wisconsin, as opposed to Friday where it's more so to the west and back into the La Crosse area down towards Dubuque, Iowa. So, again, Friday wouldn't rule out a strong to severe storm threat, especially during the evening hours, but I would say it's more pronounced on Saturday. All right, so let's get into the forecast then. First Alert Pinpoint Predictor, we will go ahead and pick things up during right about now, and you'll notice a fairly quiet night there shaping up on Predictor. It does generate a few additional rain showers compared to this morning for Friday. Earlier runs, I should say, were a little drier on Friday morning. Regardless, it would appear as we head towards the midday, we're still mostly dry. But you'll notice that round coming in from the west, some scattered rain showers arriving by the mid to late afternoon. And you'll notice out towards Wautoma, Marquette County, you start to see some of those shades of orange and red, purple, indicating the heavier rain potential. That's also where you could have some stronger storms. That would be shifting into the area tomorrow evening, 5, 8 o'clock, somewhere in there, for the most likely time frame for any stronger thunderstorms. If we were going to see severe weather, that's when it would occur on Friday. But again, I'm thinking that Friday it's going to be more pronounced off to our west, those storms generally weakening as they get into the local area. By Friday night, the steadiest rainfall starting to push away, but we'll still see some additional showers coming on through. Now, I did switch up the model run here, but you'll notice a very similar solution. 11 o'clock on Friday, you're still seeing some hit and miss rain and storms, maybe not as widespread as what the previous run showed, but we will then be watching for additional rain showers pushing into the area Saturday morning. And as we head through the late morning, again, more heavy, steady rainfall at times. Then perhaps a little bit of a midday lull, and it would be as we get into the late afternoon and the evening that I would expect we could see some stronger thunderstorms. As with the run before it, this run kind of favored the Fox cities, but that activity could be farther to the north. In fact, I suspect it'll be a little bit more widespread than what Predictor showed here for Saturday evening. But as we get into Saturday night, it would seem that anything heavy is shifting away from the area by that time, and then we would be looking at conditions starting to dry out, and the humidity will start to fall as well. So here is the rain forecast over the next 2 days. Fairly widespread 1 to 2 inch rainfall would be anticipated. You do notice some higher totals there into central Wisconsin, and certainly anytime you're talking about strong thunderstorms with the type of humidity that we'll have in place, especially on Saturday, storms will be very efficient rain producers, and you can see some localized flooding, some very heavy rainfall will be possible. Humidity is going to start to increase as we get into your Friday. It may not feel too uncomfortable early in the morning, but by the afternoon, evening hours, we will see those dew points rising into the 60s, and from there, we get even muggier heading into your Saturday. It's likely that we will see lower 70s for that dew point, so some rather tropical air. With the dew point temperature, higher that number is, the more humid it is. It's around 60 degrees. You start to feel the humidity. You'll notice it. And as you hit 70 and above, that's the really sticky tropical air. That is what we had in place earlier this week. Monday and Tuesday were both very muggy days. Even Wednesday, we had dew points into the lower half of the 70s. It just wasn't as hot on Wednesday afternoon. But once the storms come to an end on Saturday, we will see the humidity drop down. Your Monday looks like a pretty decent day. Thursday as well looks like it should be a very nice day. So we do have a couple of really good ones coming up in the extended forecast, but our weather is rather active leading into that. I will say, again, the most pronounced round of severe weather would seem to me to occur later in the day on Saturday. I would say heavy rainfall certainly going to be a concern given how wet it has been recently. Any warnings likely would be brought about by quarter-size hail and damaging wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour. There could be a spin-up tornado or two. Wouldn't rule that out, but this certainly is not looking like a tornado outbreak or something of that magnitude. And even from a severe weather standpoint, I don't know that we get into widespread warnings on Friday or Saturday, but would certainly anticipate at least a few isolated warnings in eastern Wisconsin. As far as tonight goes, it's going to be fairly quiet. As you saw on Predictor, skies will stay mostly cloudy, and we're looking at temperatures mid-50s to lower 60s for most of the area. We'll see a range of temperatures tomorrow. Our warmest readings likely occur south of the Fox cities, where we could see some lower 80s. Around the Fox Valley, low to mid-70s expected, and then farther north, we should see temperatures in the upper 60s. So we'll be watching for those stronger storms late in the day on Saturday in particular, and Friday you're just looking at rain showers starting up, and then a few storms roll in during the late afternoon, evening, but they are likely in a weakening phase. We will nonetheless go with those first alert weather days for tomorrow and for Saturday. Temperatures will be in the low 70s for highs on Friday. Likely that we're slightly milder on Saturday, although depending on how steady that morning rain is, that may keep temperatures a little more in check, which actually would work in our favor in terms of helping to limit the potential for severe weather. So even if you have some outdoor plans on Saturday morning and we're hoping for dry weather, rain showers starting Saturday would actually work to our benefit in keeping the atmosphere a little bit more stable. So I will go ahead. I'll wrap things up here in just a minute. We'll pop myself back on camera just really quickly to kind of outline my thinking and how I feel things should unfold as we get into Friday and Saturday. We go with first alert weather days out of really an abundance of caution. I don't anticipate a severe weather outbreak on either one of those days, but it has been very wet as of late. Localized flooding could certainly be an issue. We'll be keeping an eye on area rivers, creeks, streams, any low-lying spots. Likely we'll see standing water developing, and along those area waterways as well. You could see some of them start to spill out of their banks, especially if we do get some of that higher end rain potential there, that 2-3 inches of rainfall that would accompany some of those stronger thunderstorms. Regardless of how strong or severe any storms are, heavy rainfall will be a concern given the humidity that we have. Storms likely aren't going to be moving all that quickly. It's a rather slow moving storm system, so that also will lead to the potential for some very heavy rainfall. So that will be our biggest concern as we get into Friday and Saturday, will be localized flooding, but keep an eye out for any stronger thunderstorms. As I said off the top, a great way to stay informed is with our free WBAY First Alert weather app. You're able to get those alerts pushed right to your phone. We can send custom videos. We'll put a forecast video out there usually 4 to 6 times a day, so it does get updated pretty frequently with a quick video from our meteorologists here on the First Alert weather team. You'll get hourly forecasts, daily forecasts there, and it can travel with you. You can take it anywhere in the country. Lightning alert, something else the app can do. I'll let you know when lightning is around. So it's very handy if you're going to be out and about and not necessarily near a TV or something like that, where you'd be able to flip over to our weather channel or catch the forecast. And it's there to reference at your convenience. So with that, I'll go ahead and pop the extended forecast back up. Again, tomorrow, Saturday, first alert weather days. Sunday, there could be a few passing showers anywhere from the midday through the early and mid-afternoon, but not a widespread rain event on Sunday, and we should see a fair amount of sunshine outside of when we see a few of those pop-up showers. We will likely turn a little bit warmer on Monday with lower humidity, low to mid-80s there. Another storm system heads in late Monday night into Tuesday morning, so that Tuesday storm potential looks like it's focused more so on the morning than any other time frame. Humidity will be back for about a day and a half there. Will start to drop on Wednesday. And Thursday, although it is 7 days away, does look like it should be a very nice afternoon. Temperatures in the middle 70s. We'll see low humidity and mostly sunny skies the way it stacks up right now. You take a look at the next 7 days on there. I would honestly say Thursday probably looks like it's the nicest of the two decent days this week. If you're a fan of warmer weather, then perhaps Monday will be your day. But we will have several more opportunities for rain and storms, most pronounced on Saturday, but we will have the possibility for 2 upwards of 3 inches of rainfall coming in over the next 48 to 72 hours. So have a great night. It won't be Chief Meteorologist Steve Balon. I believe he has tomorrow off, so it will be Meteorologist Bo Fogel that will update you in the morning, and then I will be back tomorrow afternoon and evening. Should we see any severe weather, we'll do our best to alert you here on Facebook and in the apps, and of course, if we have to do any interrupting of programming, that will occur as well. I haven't looked at the programming schedule, the guide. We may have hockey on with the Stanley Cup Finals, but obviously severe weather and people's lives in the area would take precedence over that. I don't anticipate we'd get into a situation where we're going wall to wall and having to cover up the entire game or something like that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I would say if we see anything, it's an isolated warning on Friday and maybe a few more on Saturday. But stay with us, and we will keep you safe. Hope you have a great night. And if you don't need to see me tomorrow night or over the weekend, hope you have a great weekend.